speak on it. A very good evening and welcome to another broadcast, 1st of April 2021. The broadcast is going to be divided into two sections. The beginning of the broadcast is going to be a press statement. And let's make this clear, this is not April Fool. I understand today is 1st of April, but what we are about to release is an official statement. And whatever I am saying right now is also what Chief Sunday Igboho is saying. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ kí n tún sọ ní èdè tiwa pé in tí a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ní wákàtí òun ni wọ́n pè ní press statement. Gbogbo tí bá dẹ̀ sọ ní wákàtí òun ni ó tẹnu bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho. In tí a dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá ti wo àkọlé title tí a kọ is exactly what I'm going to be saying. But also, we will then be able to also allow you to call in, not now, later on. The statement is coming in visual, which is what I'm doing now. Because we are living in the 21st century. If I release that statement without coming on air, a lot of people can say that statement is not coming from Olayomi Koiki, the spokesman of Chief Sunday Igboho. And as the spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho, I am doing this video as an official statement, not just to the Nigerians inside Nigeria, but also an official statement that also goes to the international media. And this statement that I'm about to talk on is exactly what took place today, the 1st of April 2021. But before we go into that statement, the time now for record purpose is exactly 19:04, and that means 4 minutes past 7 p.m. local time here in Nigeria. And every details of what I'm going to be saying will be taken as the official statement before we release it out into the media and the rest of the world. Once again, I am speaking on behalf of Chief Sunday Igboho. But before we go into that, because we are Yorubas and our anthem is also a kind of a message, and I will be playing that right now for the benefit of those that do not know that we have an anthem which is the Yoruba anthem. So let's play the anthem, and then when I come back, I will then start giving you details of what took place again today, the 1st of April 2021. And then we will continue to review. But one thing I want every Yoruba sons and daughters to remember, which I'm going to take you back to the history. And what I'm about to tell you now, a lot of you will remember this individual. This individual is known as a brilliant journalist, a journalist of his time, but a journalist that was killed by one single letter. And that letter was sent to him by someone. But till date, we are still reviewing and asking question. What killed Dele Giwa? Kí ló pa Dele Giwa? Dele Giwa was a Nigerian journalist, editor, and the founder of the Newswatch magazine. He was born on the 16th of March 1947. He's married. But something took his life away. He was assassinated on the 19th of October 1986. The question we are asking again is, who killed Dele Giwa? Till now, no one, nobody have been able to tell us who killed Dele Giwa. So hold that to your right hand side. When we come back after the anthem, I will then explain in my statement that I'm about to tell the international community and likewise millions of those that believe in Nigeria and those that call themselves Nigerians, and also to the federal government of Nigeria. But let's play the anthem first. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa forílẹ̀-èdè wa kàgbéga fáyé rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. The question is, who sent DHL to Chief Sunday Igboho's house this morning? A parcel was sent to Chief Sunday Igboho this morning just before 8 a.m. The driver or the courier that brought that letter wanted to deliver the letter, but the security within the premises would not allow that letter to be delivered to the house. But the DHL courier that brought that letter wanted to deliver the letter that was a special letter. But since that letter was unable to be delivered at almost 8 a.m. this morning, something also turned around before 3 p.m. And what happened at about 3 p.m. was 6 officers in their mufti, and I'm talking about police officer, in a Corolla came by to deliver that same letter. And that letter is coming not more than from the Inspector General of Police. That letter that was about to be delivered in the morning was coming from the IG. The question is, what is the purpose of this letter? Could this be an invitation letter to Chief Sunday Igboho? Let us assume that this letter is an invitation letter. The question we are asking the IG, the Inspector General of Police, is, have they given the same letter to all the bandits and the Boko Haram operating within the territory of this country? And if they are finding it very difficult because they could not send DHL to deliver a similar letter of such to the bandits that are operating and killing our people inside Southwest, the question then is, why not deliver that same letter through their proxies, Gumi, Sheikh Gumi, to the same bandits operating in the land? Again, the officers that came in the afternoon wanted to deliver that same letter that we refused to collect in the morning. And a lot of us would ask, why are they trying to send a letter to Chief Sunday Igboho? And if the federal government truly want an invitation of Chief Sunday Igboho, we will first ask the federal government or the Inspector General of Police to also address us and allow us to see that in the public. And not just only that, we would also want to see that they've requested the same letter to be sent to the bandit that we all saw on the open land of this country and not outside the country. We all saw how the federal government dealt and negotiated on behalf of this government with the bandits, whether from the state level or not. But the question we are asking is, could this letter be a similar letter sent to Delegiwa right in 1986? And up to date, nobody knows who killed Delegiwa, who is also a Yoruba man. Are they trying to do similar to Chief Sunday Igboho? And that is why we are now telling the international community, this again has proven, has shown that the federal government still have interest, whether to invite Chief Sunday Igboho officially or to arrest him indirectly. And what I mean by indirectly is, we saw what took place at the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway when Chief Sunday Igboho was almost accosted at that Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on his way out. The question is, why is this letter being sent today to Chief Sunday Igboho? Chief Sunday Igboho himself was not at home. But what we can tell you is, he is safe and is currently also telling the international community that he would like to know when the same Boko Haram and the same bandit will receive the same official letter before he can be making his way to Abuja, even if he has to. And if a letter that was sent from the Inspector General of Police to Chief Sunday Igboho's house today, could that be something that we don't know? What could be the content of that letter? Could that letter be the same letter that was sent to Delegiwa in 1986? Until date, nobody knows who killed Delegiwa as we speak right now. Once again, this is an official press statement, and the first and the other one will be released later on. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki, and I'm speaking on behalf of Chief Sunday Igboho. We are asking the federal government, if you're going to invite Chief Sunday Igboho, we would like to see that you have also invited all the Boko Haram that Sheikh Gumi knows where they are hiding. And then we can take your own invitation. Because we have a lot of terrorists that are maneuvering across the Yoruba land and across the Middle Belt and the Southeast that have not been invited officially. So who? Why? What is behind that letter that was sent today to Chief Sunday Igboho's house in his official residential address? What were these 6 officers? And when I say these 6 officers, I am not talking about proxies here. They are recognized official officers working right here in Oyo State. Kí wọ́n mú lọ sí èdè tiwantiwa fún àǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́ gbogbo tí mo ti ń sọ bọ̀ láti wákàtí díẹ̀. Intan sọ fún gbogbo àgbáyé àtàwọn ọmọ tí ó wà tó jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà àtẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá pé kẹ́ máa gbọ́ wọ́n fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ ní òwúrọ̀ yìí. Àwọn DHL ni wọ́n gbé lẹ́tà yẹn wá. Lẹ́tà yẹn dẹ̀ wá látọ̀dọ̀ IG, Inspector General of Police. In tó wà nínú lẹ́tà yẹn a mọ̀ nítorí pé a gba lẹ́tà yẹn sílẹ̀. Ìyẹn lákọ̀ọ́kọ́. Lẹ́lẹ́kejì nígbà tó di bí aago 3 ní ọ̀sán yìí la ṣe rí pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá tí wọ́n wọṣọ ọlọ́pàá ni wọ́n tún wá lọ́tún mú lẹ́tà wá. In tí àwa ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìjọba Nàìjíríà ni pé ṣérú lẹ́tà tí wọ́n mú wá bá bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ṣérú lẹ́tà yẹn náà ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti múrú lẹ́tà yẹn lọ fún àwọn tó ń pààyàn nínú Nàìjíríà? Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti ṣe lẹ́tà yẹn ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti fi ránṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú DHL àbí wọ́n ti fi ránṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Gumi tí ó negotiate on behalf of the federal government àti state government pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n ń pààyàn àtàwọn tó ń jíyàn gbé? Nítorí pé gbogbo wa la rí pé ní 1986 tí ẹ̀yin bá ti gbàgbé ká lè rán yín létí pé irú lẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló máa fi pa Delegiwa, ọmọ Yorùbá náà mà ní Delegiwa. Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ fi irú lẹ́tà yìí náà fi pa bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ló ṣe fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ ni àbí báwo? Àwa ń sọ fún ìjọba pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ invite Chief Sunday Igboho ẹ kọ́kọ́ bá wa ṣe fídíò so that a lè mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin gangan ni ẹ fẹ́ invite wa. Àwa wá nígbà yẹn bọ̀ká tó wá yẹn o à kọ́kọ́ rí i pé ní dájúdájú ẹ ti kó gbogbo àwọn Boko Haram àtàwọn Fúlàní dẹrandẹran tó ń pa wá tó ń bá wọn ìyá wa sùn lóko tí wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn bàbá wa lọ sóko. À kọ́kọ́ rí i pé àwọn dẹrandẹran yẹn o àtàwọn Boko Haram àtàwọn bandit yẹn o ẹ ti kó wọn sí Àbújá. Tẹ́ bá ti wá mú wọn sí Àbújá àwa náà wá rí i pé a ti rí àwòrán wọn àwa náà wá sọ pé a fẹ́ wá sí Àbújá wá bá yín. Ìdí tí a ṣe tún jáde láti wá bá international community sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ wà nílé àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lóko. Nítorí pé bó bá di ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ máa sọ pé nígbà tí lẹ́tà wá sílé kí ló dé tẹ̀yin náà ṣe gbarú lẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ àwa mọ̀ pé irú lẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Delegiwa gbà ní 1986 tí wọ́n fi assassinate. Mail bomb explosion was what killed Delegiwa in 1986. 19th of October 1986. Ìbéèrè táwa ń bi bá mi tàn data tẹ because this one is getting hot. Ìbéèrè tí àwa ń bi ìjọba Nàìjíríà ni pé ṣé lẹ́tà tí wọ́n fi ránṣẹ́ yẹn ṣé ó ní nǹkan míì nínú àbí wọ́n kọ̀ pé invite Chief Sunday Igboho pé kó wá kí wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ àbí báwo? Nítorí pé ẹ̀rí dájú pé ní bí ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn gbogbo wa la rí ní pẹ̀lú àwòrán àti evidence. Màá dẹ̀ play evidence yẹn fún yín again nítorí pé ẹ lè máa sọ nísìn pé ẹbí ẹ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ leléyìí o. In tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí òun là ń sọ fún yín o. A dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àgbáyé mọ̀ pé in tí wọ́n gbé dání nísìn bí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́tà ni wọ́n tún fẹ́ mú jáde nínú in tí à ń fà lọ. In tí bàbá wa dẹ̀ ń fà ní pé àwọn darandaran tó ń pa wá tí wọ́n ti lọ ṣe káràmásìkí ẹ̀ lénìí tí a mọ̀ dájú tí ẹ̀rí fi dájú pé ní Ìbàdàn lánàá àwọn tí wọ́n jí gbé ní Ìbàdàn lánàá wá tó mẹ́ta àwọn Fúlàní. Ìbéèrè tí wọ́n á ń bi ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ jíire ni pé ṣé bí a ṣe máa dákẹ́ ta máa wò náà lélẹ̀? Ẹ mọ̀ pé irú lẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Délégi wá gbà, òun kò gbà, ó wò pé lẹ́tà lásán ni, but ẹ̀rí ti fi dá wa dójú ní pé nísìnyí pé bàbá fẹ́ gba lẹ́tà aláti mọ̀ pé lẹ́tà yẹn ǹjẹ́ irú lẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ó ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní, ó ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn bandit àti Boko Haram. And if those letters have not got to them, why then was the letter sent this morning by DHL and also repeated at about 3 p.m. by the unofficial? Because they were not putting on their police uniform, but they were in mufti, but they were officers working for the police to deliver that same letter. Ṣé torí pé àgbà lẹ́tà yẹn lọ́wọ́ DHL lọ́sẹ̀ wá wò pé ó dáa pé ká kóru lẹ́tà yẹn wá bá yín? Bear with me, just changing around the network so that we do not lose the broadcast. So bear with me while we, once again, the question we're asking is, who sent a letter to Chief Sunday Igboho? Why was that letter sent this afternoon and also this morning? What is behind that letter? What is the content of the letter? Who authorized that letter to be sent out? Ta ló fi lẹ́tà yẹn ránṣẹ́? Ìbéèrè tí à ń béèrè nìyẹn. Once again, until we know why that letter was sent, what is the purpose of that letter? Could there be an hidden agenda behind that letter? Because we know as evidence-based that what killed Delegiwa was a mail bomb explosion in 1986. Is this a new thing that since tá bá lè bu bí a ká tún fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ sí, àwa wá ń sọ fún wa pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ sí wa, ẹ ṣe fídíò, ẹ jáde, the Inspector General of Police will have to come live and tell us that he wants to invite Chief Sunday Igboho so that the whole world will know that he personally wants that invitation for him. Because now they will come out and try to defend it just the same way they defended what took place just some few weeks back. And let's remind you that video, because that video again was one evidence out of the eyewitness. And we have a lot of eyewitness again today that saw when the DHL driver arrived at the gate but was stopped. And likewise, the same way, the 6 officers arrived but were stopped. The question is, who authorized the 6th officer to come down to Chief Sunday Igboho's residence today, the 1st of October 2021 at about 3 p.m.? And whatever I am saying now is exactly how Chief Sunday Igboho wants me to tell the world of exactly what took place right here today in Ibadan. And we are also using this to get the message across to the international community that this is not a joke. Let me remind you of the video. Let's see if we can get that video when Chief was stopped at Lagos Ibadan Expressway some few weeks back on his way out. Again, the DSS denied that they never sent anybody. But we know that even an helicopter was sent on that day. We have evidence that an helicopter was waiting. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fún wọn ṣe níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. But Ọlọ́run tó fún wọn ṣe, òun ló jẹ́ kó sọ pé àwọn kan láwọn ṣe o, we don't know anything about it o, because that is exactly what they're going to do now. They will come out and say, oh, we don't have anything to do with that letter that was sent to Chief Sunday Igboho. The question then is, who authorized that letter to be delivered today, and for what purpose and for what reason was that letter to be delivered? Kí ni reason tó wà behind it? What is the purpose of that letter? Who authorized that letter? Who knew about that letter? These are questions that is begging for a lot of answers, but yet we can't get an answer yet. But we will not allow these to pass away just like others have passed away. And that is why, we are, coming out to say this is exactly what took place today in Ibadan. Once again, like I said, that letter was not allowed to be delivered. That letter was not dropped in the house. But could there be something behind this letter? Why now? Just bear with me. Let's get you that evidence of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Even though they tried to debunk it, there were a lot of eyewitnesses. Just the same way we have a lot of eyewitnesses when the DHL arrived before 8 a.m. this morning, and the same way when the officers came in at about 3 p.m. There's a lot of eyewitness for that as well. Just the same way, about a few weeks ago, 2 military in their uniform and 2 civilians parading themselves across the location very close to the proximity of Chief Igboho's house. The same week, some Fulani wanted to raid the house of Chief Sunday Igboho's mother at Okeogun. So is all this coincident? Could this be coincident? Or is it just something that is just being played as a game? But again, we are using this opportunity to tell the whole world that Chief Sunday Igboho is doing very well. He's not, he is doing very well, but we also want the world to understand that a letter killed Delegiwa in 1986. Till date, we don't know who killed Delegiwa. And the same letter is what is being received, or being sent rather, to Chief Sunday Igboho's residence today. Who is behind all this? Could this just be another game? Could this just be another coincidence, as a lot of you might want to say? Once again, I would like to reiterate again that everything that I'm saying this evening is the same thing that is being said by Chief Sunday Igboho himself. Let's try and find, if we can quickly find that video so that we can prove that again and again, whether the federal government says otherwise, a letter came today by DHL and 6 officers at about 6 p.m., about 3 p.m. rather, when they wanted to release, they wanted to drop those letters, but those letters, or one letter rather, was not allowed to be delivered. But what is the content? Could that letter have a different information inside? And if they want to invite him, that is on that side. While I'm waiting for that video to pop up, let me now also say this. And again, this is the message tí bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní kí n ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. Ní Bódìjà, ní òru àná, ní àwọn immigration ni wọ́n lọ sí àárín ọjà. Wọ́n lọ ń fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀pù àwọn màmá wa tí wọ́n ń tajà nínú ọjà. Àwọn custom wọ́n lọ sínú ọjà. Wọ́n wá lọ ń fọ́bi tí àwọn ìyá wa tí wọ́n ti ń ta ráìsì. In tí wọ́n wá ní kí n béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn custom ni pé ṣé ráìsì tí wọ́n ti gbé sínú warehouse tí wọ́n ti ń tà àbí tí ó fẹ́ wọnú ilé tí ìjọba ní kó dá dúró, èwo ni wọ́n ń dá dúró níbẹ̀? Ṣé èyí tó ti wọlé ni tó fẹ́ wọlé àbí èyí tó wà nínú shop tí wọ́n ń tà? Gbogbo wa la máa rí pé àwọn custom tí wọ́n ń ṣe jàǹbá bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín pé ẹ má tún dán rẹ̀wò mọ́. Chief Sunday Igboho ní ẹ má tún dán irú ẹ̀wò mọ́. Òun lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi o. Wọ́n ní kó má tún dán irú ẹ̀wò mọ́ nítorí pé àwọn ìyá wa tí wọ́n ń tajà, tí wọ́n kó ìráìsì tí wọ́n ń tà sínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù, ẹ wá lọ ń fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀pù yẹn ẹ tẹ̀ tún wá kó ìrẹsì nìkan ẹ tún jí owó nínú bẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín pé ẹ má tún dánrú ẹ̀ wò mọ́ wọ́n ní kí n ṣàlàyé fún ẹ̀yin custom tí ẹ wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ state pé ẹ má dánrú ẹ̀ wò mọ́ nítorí pé in táwọn ìyá wa ń tà yẹn òun ni wọ́n fi ń bọ́ ọkọ òun ló fi ń bọ́ ọmọ òun ló fi ń bọ́ra wọn òun ló fi ń tọ́jú ara wọn nítorí pé ìjọba ò ṣe àǹfààní kankan kò ṣe welfare system kankan fún wọn ẹni tẹ́ bá fẹ́ dá dúró wọ́n ní kẹ́ dá wọn dúró ní bọ́dà ni wọn ò ní kẹ́ wọnú ṣọ́ọ̀pù kẹ́ máa lọ fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀pù wọn kẹ́ tún kó wọn lówó nítorí pé àwọn ìyá yẹn gbogbo owó tó kó sínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù làwọn custom ti kó lọ. This was also between midnight yesterday and this morning and again there's a lot of evidence for that. Wọ́n ní kí n ṣàlàyé fún àwọn custom tó wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ state pé ẹ má gbèrú ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn mọ́ in tí ìjọba ní kẹ́ máa dá dúró ni ìrẹsì tó ń bọ̀ ní bọ́dà kò ń ṣe tí wọ́n gbé sínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù tẹ́ wá lọ ń fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀pù àwọn ìyá oníyàá wọ́n ní kẹ́ má dánrú ẹ̀ wò mọ́ wọ́n ní kẹ́ má dánrú ẹ̀ wò mọ́ òun láti ṣe fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o so bí ẹ ṣe lọ nìyẹn a sì ń wá fídíò ẹ bá mi wá fídíò yẹn jáde fídíò tí àwọn DSS fi dá wa dúró ní bí ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́fà kan sẹ́yìn ẹni bá ní fídíò yẹn lọ́wọ́ ní kíákíá ẹ bá mi jù sí mi ká lè play fún àǹfààní àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa. And I will now open the phone line portal so that you can also have your own voice to this conversation. Once again, today has been a very, very long day. And we have examined everything, but we have concluded that if the Inspector General of Police truly wants to invite Chief Sunday Igboho, we need to foresee that every bandit, every Fulani terrorist, every Boko Haram have received the same letter, the same invitation letter to Abuja. And when they've received that letter, they must be able to show us all these individuals on a broadcast. And then we will then decide whether to honor any invitation to Abuja. Let's go straight to our caller. Go straight to your point and make it as quickly as possible because the line is going to be very busy. Hello, good evening, caller. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, Mr. Wappi. Hello,
Amen. Hello, Mr.
Yes. Okay. Thank you clearly, sir.
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So, when you can that's it, the suggestion to me, one or two ways the marshal capture one. So, I want to share it back with a welcome letter one. These people won't be quiet. Everybody console you to crazy. We just pay one economic control. Anybody on this say won't be boom. Everybody's there. But the best answer that it more welcome letter. That's the best. One more bit here.
Hello, caller. Okay, we'll allow that caller. Bear with us. I've got the video ready by my team that have given us that video. This is what took place when DSS wanted to arrest Chief Sunday Igboho, even though they denied it, but we have evidence. This is what happened. One minute, bear with me. I'm gonna have to fast rewind it back because the audio. Let me short the audio out, please. Once again, bear with us, caller, so that we can play that video that took place, some few weeks back when they wanted to arrest him, and also on that same day, we have. This is what took place. This was that evidence of that same video. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to this special broadcast that is coming live to you from Ibadan, where we are reporting what took place today during the letter that was sent to Chief Sunday Igboho's house this morning and likewise this afternoon. The number to call is +4475 94050 and we are taking those calls, but it's going to be very, very quick for those that are calling. Hello, good evening, caller, and go straight to the point.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Good evening. K.Ll.
Yeah. Fats, àdúrà ni mo kàn máa ṣe fún yín pé Ọlọ́run ọba tó ń fún yín ṣe kò ní jẹ́ kó sú yín láti ṣe. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá Nation, Odùduwà Republic, ó máa ṣojú yín, aṣojú èmi, aṣojú gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa àti ọ̀gá wa Chief Sunday Igboho. Ṣẹ́rí lórí ti lẹ́tà yẹn, in fact, I think ẹ ti ṣe the right thing. But at the same time, I think we need adequate security for you, for Chief Sunday Igboho, and for the rest of the crew that are also with him. So, màá rọ̀ àwọn tí ṣẹ́dírí kò sí iye tá ná láti fi gba òmìnira yìí tí ó lè dàbí pé tá bá gbà tán tí ó máa jẹ́ tó yẹ pé tá bá gbà tán tá yẹ pé àwa tí bá ṣe náwó yẹn àwa gan a máa padà rí àwọn ọmọ tí ó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn tó yẹ pé inú wọn gan máa dùn pé okay, these people they actually fought for this thing. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́, anyhow, any which way, in terms of security, it is very, very important. We need adequate security for you, for Chief Sunday Igboho, and the rest of the people that are actually working with you as well. That is number one. Ṣé wá rí nípa àwọn tí màmá wa tí wọ́n lọ fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọn, ipe wọn ta rice yẹn. Ẹ bá mi sọ fún wọn kí àwọn kankan gbáradì nísìnyí. Ṣé ti rí àwọn pípù yìí, wọ́n fẹ́ fi bí pa wá ni o. Wọ́n fẹ́ kí oúnjẹ kankan wà fún wa láti lè jẹ. Ṣé ti rí àwọn ọmọ wèrè tí wọ́n rán tán jẹ́ àwọn lára àwọn Yorùbá ara wọn àwọn wèrè ni wọ́n tó máa ń gbọ́ mi kọ́ máa gbọ́ mi o. Àwọn kọ́sítọ́ọ̀mù tó jẹ́ Yorùbá tí wọ́n rán ipe kí wọ́n wá máa fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù. Tí ó bá tí ọpọlọ wọn ò bá ṣiṣẹ́ kí wọ́n máa gbọ́ sí yìí torí pé ìyà tí a máa fi jẹ tó máa pọ̀ jù nínú wọn òun ló máa bẹ́tà kan tètè rìpẹ́ǹtì nísìn. Àwọn ní tó máa rán ọmọ níṣẹ́ ẹrú a máa ń fi mímọ́ bóyá pẹ̀lú sọ ìpáyẹ̀ má bínú jẹjẹ understand tó máa rán wọn níṣẹ́ káwọn náà kí wọ́n lo number 6 wọn because àwọn ìlú tí ò provide anything fún àwọn èèyàn tí àwọn èèyàn tún máa wáṣẹ́ fún ara wọn tó yẹ pé ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́tọ́ wọn máa disturb wọn àsìkò ti tó kí everybody tó bá jẹ́ àdá ni wọ́n máa rà kọ́ máa ra àdá èyí tó bá ṣá ní àdá nínú wọn ìgbà wọn á lọ padà lọ jíṣẹ́ yẹn fún wọn pé ibi tẹ́ ní káwọn wá lọ yìí because a gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọwọ́ rírọ̀ a gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi mú àwọn kìíní yìí o otherwise wọ́n fẹ́ fi ebi pa wá ní o kò tẹ̀lé work lágbọ́dọ̀ lọ. Ẹ ṣé Mr. Koiki, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's take more calls that is coming through. A very good evening to those of you that are watching us from around the globe, and welcome to the press statement that we've released, and we continue to discuss it during the time of this broadcast. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, caller, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, you're live already. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Advice mo kàn fẹ́ mú wa pé tó bá lè arrest Chief Sunday Igboho gbogbo Yorùbá aláti invade palace àwọn ọba yẹn àwọn gbọ́ngbọ́n ní wàhálà wa àti àwọn gómìnà we have to make Yorùbá speak ungovernable. If not ìyá yìí máa jẹ wá kú ní o àwọn ọba yẹn éèdì ìjọba àti mọ̀ wọn ọba náà àti mọ̀ wọn àti mark wọn àwọn olókùn lẹ́yìn kìíní yẹn we have to invade their palace so that òye kan yẹn ìtọ́jú kan rí yẹn kékeré ní o if not àti kẹgbèsè o ó dàbọ̀ ẹ máa bá ṣe lọ.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. +4475 94050 979. That is the line to call into the show while we're still taking more calls. Getting the your view. Delegiwa was assassinated by a mail bomb in 1986, October precisely, and I'm sure a lot of us remember that. We have another call on the line. Hello, good evening, caller, and welcome to the show.
Good evening, thank you for taking my call. My name is Joji. I'm calling you from Clubden. I'm not surprised this really happened. I told a friend immediately Buhari left Nigeria. I said, listen, these two things will happen. I told him about a couple of days ago. So all this thing you are saying is not new to me at all. Anytime Buhari left Nigeria, check the history of what Tinubu is arrested or Sunday Igboho is arrested. Now that is, you said you brought the letter. I wasn't surprised at all. I knew what the purpose of it is for him. Even he left Nigeria was they don't put the plate on it that he arrested Musa. You understand? It's to get Buhari out of the way, so the blame will not be on Buhari that Buhari arrested Babosha. So they will not put it on the Yoruba to arrest another Yoruba again. That's the game. That is just the game. So people should not be surprised about this at all. But you see, we have to change the tactics. The tactics now is who are the people covering up for these people? Who are the people assigning all this to? I cannot be online now, but I know why the tax is supposed to. We need to face these people or else we're just going to lose out. If we are waiting for these people to carry on with their narrative, they will succeed and all this thing will go. What we need to do is we have to change tactics. I want to track them to go for one in àwọn gbogbo ní Ọ̀tàwà lórí Buhari gbogbo fúnra.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Tí a bá ti fẹ́ àwọn Ọ̀tàwà, Buhari ò lágbára. Buhari ò lágbára rárá, kò fẹ́ kejì. Àwọn Yorùbá ayẹ kókó lọ́mọdéèsì. Ẹgbẹ́ ta fi bẹ́ẹ̀ àfẹ́ Buhari yẹ. Lẹ́yìn gbogbo àwọn olóògbé tó ń sọ̀kọ́ ti wọ́n tó sọ̀kọ́ Buhari yẹ. Tí wọ́n bá ti láyé Buhari ò lè rí kọ̀ọ̀kan fún jẹ.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Ẹ jẹ́ àtúntò fáwọn ẹlòmíì láàyè. Ká tó tún ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you very much to our last caller. Also, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún fi sọ fún yín pé bàbá wa Olúwo ọba wa Olúwo wọ́n rán àríṣẹ́ tẹrẹtẹ rán àrí ẹni tí ẹ rán wá ẹni tí ẹ rán wá ó jíṣẹ́ àmọ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹ kọ́kọ́ ṣe fídíò kí ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé tiwa lẹ̀ ń ṣe ṣe ti Fúlàní tẹni kó wá gbé láàrin àwọn tó wà ní Ìwó àwọn tí ẹ rán wá wọ́n ti deliver message yín adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan bàbá wa Olúwo ọba wa Olúwo of Ìwó land but in tí bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní ká jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ ní pé tẹ́ bá ti ṣe fídíò pé ẹ support Yorùbá àwa náà dé ààfin yín àwa pọ́n yín lé àwa ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá àmọ́ nígbà tẹ́ ní kí Fúlàní máa bọ̀ ní Ìwó land àsìkò yẹn ò tí tó pé kí a gba ìpè yín nítorí pé ẹ tí sọ̀rọ̀ sókè a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn kábíyèsí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams mo rí fídíò tó ṣe lẹ́rìn lórí BBC mo gbèdì fún bàbá wọn ní Yorùbá nation náà làwọn dúró lé lórí a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí bàbá wa Olúwo of Ìwó land we would like to appreciate you because the message that you sent across has been delivered and that delivering has been we received that delivery. That delivery is very good. The person told us that you want us to pay a courtesy visit, but we would rather want you to do a video because you are supporting the Fulani and we are fighting against the Fulani that are killing, mailing, raping, not allowing our fathers and mothers to go to their farm in Igbo land. And that is not something that we believe in. We believe that every Yoruba sons and daughters should be able to live peacefully, should be able to live without any fear, should be able to live without any security that is threatening them. Once again, tí kò bá yé yín, àní custom ṣe, wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ dá wọn dúró ní border. Kẹ́ má jẹ́ kó gbèrè sí wọlé àmọ́ tí ẹ wá ń lọ sínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀pù àwọn ìyá tí wọ́n ò ní nǹkan kan ẹ ṣàánú ajé ẹ ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ tó ò ní ìyá ẹ ṣàánú àwọn bàbá tó ò ní ìyá ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ìyá wa tún wá rọ́jà tà mọ́ báyìí ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ sínú oko tí bàbá wa ń sọ nìyẹn o ìyẹn ò dẹ̀ tí ìbújà dárí àmọ́ ẹni tó bá fẹ́ invite bàbá wa ní kẹ́ má invite a kọ́kọ́ lọ sínú igbó ẹran Sheikh Gumi nítorí gbogbo alárí evidence nígbà tí Sheikh Gumi tó ń negotiate lórí fídíò wọ́n tún ṣe sàlámà lẹ́kùn wọ́n jókòó rẹpẹtẹ wọ́n ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ǹjẹ́ lẹ́tà yẹn dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn tí kìíní àtúwárí RPG gbogbo alamọ̀ nísì pé one of the military aircraft gone missing kí nìdí tó ṣe miss wọn náà àwọn Boko Haram ni wọ́n fẹ́ fi pa but Boko Haram bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n já wálẹ̀ ní àìtímọ̀ but nígbà tá a rí Gumi a rí RPG a rí nǹkan kan tó ń pè ní AK-47 lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ìta wa ń béèrè ni pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ṣé n tẹ́ máa wò lélẹ̀ wọ́n máa pa Délégi wá ní 1986 but eléyìí tá gbé dání àní rí kùyàn kankan àmọ́ a máa tètè pariwo ẹ̀ ní lálálálá ní kokokoko òun là ń sọ. ẹjẹ́ àtúgbà gba ìpè tó ń wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. mo kí gbogbo yín ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yẹn ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ẹ jẹ́ a máa bẹ́tò yẹn nìṣó. ẹ ló kọ́là ẹ ti dá sórí ètò náà ẹ bá wa fi ohùn sílẹ̀. ẹ ló kọ́là you are live already. nígbà tẹ́ni ẹ bá busy àtúnjẹ́kẹ́ lómi wọlé. The line is +4475 940500979 and we are still taking your call. ìtorí pé gbogbo wa lọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire ayẹ̀ láti dá sí tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́hùn tí yín ẹni tó wà lórí ìlà. à ń gbọ́ yín o.
hello ẹ kálẹ́ Mr. Quick.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
ṣé ti lólékè ló sọ̀rọ̀ from South Africa. mo ti fẹ́ sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ olóyè Sunday Igboho pé lẹ́tà tí wọ́n receive yẹn tó mú wálé ni kí wọ́n máa kọ́ máa attend sí lẹ́tà yẹn rárá àti rárá.
àtẹ ìgbà lẹ́tà yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn àtẹ ìgbà lẹ́tà yẹn torí àmọ́ tó wà nù lẹ́tà yẹn irú lẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀ ti wáyé rí ní 1986 so àwọn òtẹ̀ jẹ́ kí lẹ́tà yẹn kó dúró sínú ilé rárá a ní kó máa mú padà lọ.
Yeah, that's good. Mo tún lè sọ báyìí ni pé but they want to create the power of fear. Oye, this is how they started with Showere. Everybody could remember that. Nobody ti mú olóyè Sunday Igboho sábà they will create fear in him. So yẹn làwọn ò fẹ́. So kọ́má wò lè àtẹ́sí kan. I really appreciate your response.
ẹ ṣe gan ni.
I really appreciate response yìí pé nobody serve letter yẹn tó wọ́n kún mí à ń kó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
olóyè Sunday Igboho lọ bá wọn báyìí. Without serving the letter to those people. He must not go there. He must not go there.
ẹ ṣe gan ni.
àdúró lórí òtútù ànẹ́sọ̀ yìí nothing else.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe gan ni. nǹkan kan ni bàbá wa ń jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ló ń jà fún wọn ò ní kíyàn kankan pààyàn wọn ò ní kíyàn kankan gbébọn àní Fúlàní tó ń gbé AK-47 gbogbo wa la rí AK-47 lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí Gúnmi lọ pàdé tó ń ṣèpàdé tó ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe méjì ẹjẹ́ àtúgbé kọ́ọ̀lù mi tó ń bọ̀ +4475 940500979 ẹ lọ ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. hello.
kó ìkíni jẹ́ kó ṣe takuntakun.
àwa ni ẹ sà.
odò àgbè wa.
kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀.
ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò pọ̀ ṣókí náà nítorí mo pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ló ń gbèrò láti pè wọlé. ṣé lẹ́tà tí wọ́n send sí ọ̀gá wa Sunday Igboho ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ará Nàìjíríà ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ò le kò sí nǹkan tó ní kọ́ máa send lẹ́tà ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ti sọ Miyetti Allah wọ́n ti take responsibility fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa wọn pààyàn wọn pa kínní kan ṣùgbọ́n wọn tí ìrántí send lẹ́tà gbogbo wa dẹ̀ rí so àwọn tẹ̀ dimension náà àwọn bandit tí wọ́n gbébọn gbé kínní tí Gúnmi tó ń wọn lọ síbẹ̀ ọ̀nà tí labida fẹ́ gbòbí sí gbòbí tí lálẹ́ wù ń bẹ̀ kọ́ ránṣẹ́ pé Gúnmi kó mú wọn lọ síbẹ̀ kí Gúnmi lọ fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ fún wọn pé ó kí o àti ìdá ìdẹ̀yìn náà ẹ máa bọ̀ lábùjá o tó bá ti ṣe yẹn kò sí wàhálà nǹkan tẹ̀mí fi gbé ká ṣe ni pé tá a bá lè rí àwọn tó lè kọ bóyá bíi proper open letter sí olórí àwọn ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà àti sí federal government kọ́ dẹ̀ kọ́pì gbogbo agencies àti gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè tó yẹ kán gbọ́ ká kọ open letter láti rán wọn létí pé kọ́ má gbàgbé láti pe Gúnmi àtàwọn ẹmẹ̀wà ẹ̀ kọ́ fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ sí wọn náà wọ́n dẹ̀ fi lẹ́tà ránṣẹ́ sáwọn Miyetti Allah náà so kó má dà pé wọ́n ń fárí apá kan wọ́n ń fi kan lẹ̀ so I think that open letter will go a long way láti indict àwọn people yìí àti láti expose wọn sí one-sided government wọ́n run I think that's the best way to go let's write an open letter so open letter àwa jẹ́ public discourse tí gbogbo TV station gbogbo radio station náà máa ṣe kí ni tí wọ́n máa discuss ẹ̀ so wá lè jẹ́ public debate ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà odò àgbéwà ẹ ṣeun náà.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ẹ jẹ́ àtúbọ̀ sọ fún àwọn tó bá ṣe ń wọlé pé lẹ́tà kan wá láàárọ̀ yìí ó wá lọ́sàn-án láti ọwọ́ DHL but nígbà tó dọwọ́ ọ̀sán àwọn ọlọ́pàá 6 lọ mú lẹ́tà yẹn padà wá ẹ̀gẹ́ ìta wa ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìjọba Nàìjíríà ni pé kí ló wà nù lẹ́tà náà kí ni lẹ́tà náà bá dé òun la fẹ́ yẹ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ní àgbáyé tẹ́ ń wò wá tẹ́ wà nílé tẹ́ bá wa dá sí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò màmá wa ẹ ti wọlé ẹ bá wa dá sí ètò náà. Hello.
Hello, Carson. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're more than welcome.
I think we need to start involving our international representative abroad. Like, we're all sitting here lamenting, talking about Nigeria is not going to do anything until the international representative, until there's international awareness.
Okay.
We need to start writing our representatives abroad in the diaspora.
Okay.
We're not looking for them to rescue, but we are looking for them to be aware of what's going on, how they're murdering us, how they're trying to kill our human rights activists,
okay,
and kill our indigenous people. We have to start doing that. Otherwise, they're not taking us seriously. Nothing is going to happen until Nigeria knows people abroad are aware of what's going on.
Okay.
So I encourage everyone to start writing their representative, whether in London, whether in America. Let them know of what's going on in the country, how people are being murdered every day.
Okay. All right. That's a very good contribution there. Thank you very much to my sister there that I've just called. A lot of us have opportunity to now start telling our representatives, whether you are in US, in Canada, in New Zealand, in Switzerland, in Belgium, in wherever you are, in Malaysia, that there is a problem. And the problem is, we've seen it before. Delegiwa was killed. Up to date, nobody has been arrested. Nobody has been sentenced for the death of Chief Delegiwa. And what killed him was a mail bomb explosion that killed him in October 1986. We have another caller on the line, and let's go straight to our caller onto the broadcast again. A very good evening and welcome to the program.
Sir, Mr. Kweke, ẹ káalẹ́ sir.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ wá sá àsìkò ètò náà.
Àwa ni ẹ.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè kan nítorí àsìkò. Hello sir.
À ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ torí àsìkò.
Okay. All right. Àwọn ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni pé ní gbogbo South West a ní àwọn local government. So ní gbogbo local government a ní ní South West. Ṣé tó bá ta bá ní bí àwọn coordinator ní local government kọ̀ọ̀kan, and then ìlú tó wà ní under local government kọ̀ọ̀kan ta bá ní àwọn coordinator, so that awareness yẹn á fi lè go to the grassroots. Ṣé kò dá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni?
Ìgbésẹ̀ ń lọ lórí gbogbo state kọ̀ọ̀kan in terms of all the local government bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ, a lot of work is going on to make sure that the awareness get into every part of the Yoruba land so that people can be able to now decide. This is not about war. It's about making a decision that whether they still want to be part of Nigeria or they have the option. That option has never been revealed to them, and that is part of what we are doing now. We are trying to tell our people that there is an option on the table that says they can come up peacefully, and I'm taking my words carefully, peacefully out of Nigeria, even though I know at the back of my head that is going to be very difficult. But let us tell them first the benefit of coming out of Nigeria. Some of those benefits, what Chief Sunday Igboho is fighting for, to tell the world the betterness of us as a Yoruba nation rather than Nigeria that has killed so many people. Plus 4475 940 50979. I'm going to play a video after this caller, but bear with us. Let's speak to this caller on the line. Hello, good evening, caller. Hello, good evening. Okay, that line is not coming through, so we're going to take one call and then I'm going to go straight into the video that I'm about to play. Let's see if we can get through to this caller. Plus 4475 940 50979. Hello, good evening, caller. About mute the background. You cannot listen. You cannot listen to yourself.
I'm from
Dubai. Mute the background.
Good evening, sir. My name is Adeyemi. I'm calling from Dubai.
Go ahead.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun, Ọlọ́run á máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀bá kí Chief Sunday Igboho kó máa yẹ kó sún wọn, Ọlọ́run á máa wà pẹ̀lú wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo wọn ń bí ìdáwà ń bí ẹjọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo pátápátá la máa rántí wọn náà àdúrà. La máa dẹ̀ fún àdúrà jagun. Yorùbá nation ó máa ṣeéṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run, lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n dẹ̀ tọ̀ wọ́n tó yẹ pé wọ́n ṣe ń kọ́ wọn support wa tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo yẹ kó wọ́n padà lọ ń gbẹ̀yìn bẹ̀bọ̀ jẹ́ wọ́n ti gbowó. Tí wọ́n sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ gbogbo ẹ̀ là ń gbọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀ là ń wò. Gbogbo ẹ̀ là ń wò, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa mú wọn látòkè délẹ̀. Ẹ̀dá tó bá ń wù afátíà tọ́mọ aráyé bá ń ṣépè fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló máa ṣàdúrà fún. Àmọ́ ẹ̀dá tó yẹ kó ń wù àtàbátì àdá tọ́mọ aráyé tọ́wọ́ ń ṣàdúrà fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ á máa ṣépè fún. Tó jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, ṣé kò mọ̀ sápò ìkí God bless you, sir.
All right, I want to play this video as a reminder for us. Bear with us. I will not allow calls to get through for just about a few minutes. So I've taken off the connection onto the phone so you will not get through. Bear with me. Let us watch this video. It is a reminder that we are in danger, but a lot of you think we are not in danger. But someone explained that to us. And this is what that individual told us at that time when we were discussing this sometime last year. Let us hear what he has to say.
Intelligence networks have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their players were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunition, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforests of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these murder killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Continue to deceive yourself that the war is not coming. My name is Olayomi Koiki. The message has been delivered. It is up to you to take it. It is up to you to argue with yourself. That is not my problem. My problem is to deliver the message. Plus,
this was last year when I was delivering the message. This was last year when I was telling the whole world that we have a problem in this country. The genocide that have been taking place for so long is now moving into the southwest and even into the southeast and the middle belt. We now saw what took place in Igboho. Some of you can argue with yourself that nothing is happening. We now saw that even the governor of Igboho said that he thought he was negotiating by becoming a party member so that maybe the Fulani will not kill his people. Do you know that when they tell you 32 people were killed, you have to multiply that by 3? That means that more people were killed in Ebonyi State by the same Fulani that is killing us in the southwest, where Chief Sunday Igboho is fighting to save the lives of our people. So those of you that keep saying that nothing is happening in Nigeria, we now saw that one of the military aircraft has been taken away through a terrorist organization presently in the country. Nigeria is the third most terrorized country in the world. And if you look at the indexes between number 1 to 5, we are currently at war. So when those of you that keep saying that we are not at war, do you know that we have one of the biggest, if not, of the IDP camp? Do you know the meaning of IDP camp? IDP camp is literally where Nigerians, and I'm not talking about foreigners, I'm talking about Nigerians that are Nigerians, that love Nigeria so much, but they are living in a shanty place called internal displaced people. Even though you would expect the government, whether from the state level or the federal level, to take a very good care of them, but rather they've kept them into where some of you as Yoruba were thinking that it was only happening in the northwest. Do you now know that we have the Yorubas that are currently, as I speak right now on the 1st of April 2021, that are refugee in Benin Republic? Do you understand what that means? And one yoti kuro ni ori ile diwon, what ti di refugee. Maybe it's going to happen in Lagos very soon. Maybe it's going to happen in Ogun State. It might happen in Ondo State, Kwara, Kogi, Osun, Ekiti, Oyo. But a lot of you might be thinking that this is just to create problems. We are not creating problems. Problem is already inside the land. And I will also play one more video to prove to us that in 1,000 years, you, myself, the next generation, will never be able to change the mindset of the Fulani, because the Fulani have a different intention as against what we are dealing with. And that is part of what they are playing. They keep playing us as if this is politics. This is not politics. The lives of the Yorubas, the lives of the Biafra, the lives of the Middle Belt, the lives of the Hausas is already at stake. But the Fulani that are just 1%, we are now controlling not just the country, but want to control your mind. Some of you might not be able to agree with what we are doing. But what you need to understand is, don't wait until you become the next victim of this country, whether through the pipe bomb water that should have been fixed inside your house, but they refuse to do so, whether the electricity that should have been coming into your home, but they refuse to put that electricity, whether it is the good quality education that you expect to get, but you will never get those quality education. Do you know the reason why? Because this country is not designed to make your life a better place. That is why some of us keep saying, let us come out peacefully. Let us come out of this country. We have opportunity now to tell ourselves the truth. Whether you are still part of the politicians, whether you work in the military, whether you work in the Air Force, whether you work in the Navy, it doesn't matter. Whether you are a civil servant, we are not fighting you. What we are fighting for is what belongs to us. We can control our resources. We can become who we want to be. You will never be a true Nigerian because Nigeria does not respect you. We saw what took place at the Lekki toll gate. People were literally opening the Nigerian flag and singing the national anthem. But do you know what happened? Unknown soldiers, just like we received a letter today, and I'm sure within the next couple of hours, the federal government will try to deny that nobody sent a letter to the resident of Chief Sunday Igboho. But we are saying that a letter was sent by the Inspector General of Police, and we want to know what is in that content of that letter because it can read that to us through their own means of communication. And we are waiting to tell the world that we are not going to back down, because you can never change the mindset of the Fulani. The Fulani will always be a Fulani. Even the governor of Kano said himself that I am a Fulani man, and that means the Hausa man in Kano will never be a governor. The Hausa man in Kastina will never be a governor. The Hausa man in Zamfara will never be a governor. The Hausa man in any part of the northern part of the country will never be a governor, because they are being controlled as well by the Fulani. All the Yorubas, we are telling you now to wake up before things get AY. You might start thinking otherwise, but we are saying to you, we Yorubas are peace-loving people, but we will not sit back and allow the atrocity that have been taking place for the last 60 years to continue. We have literally done 100 years. Even if Great Britain was able to come out of EU, there's nothing in this world that say we should not stand on our own. I saw some of the politicians still playing the games of numbers, thinking that our unity as a population is much better. When you go to some of the smaller countries, you will understand. You will know that those smaller countries are bigger, are better off than this shit-hole country you call Nigeria. Because this is a shit-hole. It's a country that kills dreams, and that dream will never be executed in this country. We can stand on our own. The Yorubas have everything in this world to stand on their own. Don't look at yourself as the Igboho. Don't look at yourself as the tout or the talk. The politician created you that way. The politicians are literally taking more out of you, and you don't know. Some of them are laughing at you because they believe that you can become their house help rather than you becoming a CEO. Ǹjẹ́ mo tí mo mean by that? Ìwọ tó jẹ́ kó jẹ́ CEO, ìwọ wá ń ṣẹrú lábẹ́ wọn. Ẹrú tó wá ń ṣe yẹn, ó wá fi ń rò pé nǹkan máa change. Nothing is going to change. The country will continue like that. Once again, unknown. Is this a message that was sent to us? Somebody have just sent a message again. These are part of what is happening on a daily basis in Yoruba land. These have just happened as I speak to you right now. This message is just being sent to me. Update boss, unknown gunmen attack husband and wife around 7:38 p.m. at Oke-Ibukun Zone 2 area of Elebu Oluyole Extension, Ibadan, Oyo State. They opened fire on them. The husband died immediately. This have just happened just less than an hour ago. Nigeria is not safe. Yoruba land is not safe. The Igbo land is not safe. Even the Middle Belt is not safe. Again, as I speak to you, this is the update of another breaking news. Once you send this to me, bye, and I'm sure you'll probably be getting that news later on by tomorrow from all the other mainstream media. But these have just taken place as I speak to you at 7:38 p.m. local time in Ibadan, Oyo State, where the governor does not have right. Just like Babawa Alaafin Ikuba Bayeye said yesterday that the governor does not have right to provide security for his people because it is part of the exclusive list. Do you know what that means? What that literally means is the governor, Banshipada. And thank you very much to all our team that are working very hard, giving us up-to-date information across the Yoruba land. These have just happened just now, 7:38. A man have lost his life just because the governor, the federal, have not been able to allow them based on the fraudulent constitution. I'm going to repeat again. This was just sent to me just at about 8:03 p.m. The WhatsApp just came onto this phone. Update boss. Unknown gunmen attack husband and wife around 7:38 p.m. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń gbé náà ọbẹ̀ yẹn ẹ lè confirm it, because whatever we say as Koiki Media is a fact, even though the federal government might deny and keep telling you something different. What we are saying is, at exactly 7:38, somebody have died for the negligence of this country called Nigeria that some of you love so much, but not realizing that even you cannot get a free healthcare in Benin Republic. But your president, after 6 years, was able to travel to UK for a medical treatment. Let's read that again. Update. Boss, unknown gunmen attack husband and wife around 7:38 p.m. at Oke-Ibukun, Zone 2 area of Elebu Oluyole Extension, Ibadan, Oyo State. They opened fire on them. The husband died immediately, but the wife has now been rushed to the hospital. The car they took off with the unknown gunmen. I know, boss, on live program, I want you to talk on air. The reason why this message was sent to me, because my team, and I appreciate every one of them that are working tirelessly day and night to give us updates. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup, and if Nigeria does not break up, your life is at risk. My life is at risk. Your life is at risk. The next generation life is at risk. Let me play one more video and I'll open the phone line, because I know so many of you still want to contribute to the show. Let's remind us, we are not just talking. We are talking because we are allowed under the United Nations chapter to request a peaceful exit out of Nigeria, and nothing is going to stop that. Nothing is going to back us from doing so. Let us tell you some of this video. Again, I'm just about to play that video. Just bear with me. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. And whatever we've said again today, based on the first statement of that letter, is definitely as it is. And again, we will be releasing more information as we move forward. But let's play one video to prove again, some of you that still believe in one Nigeria. This is what our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, had to say during one of their interviews.
Would equate K.Ll with Afenifere or Ohanaeze or Pandey. Oh, really? K.Ll has presented itself as a terrorist organization. Afenifere is not a terrorist organization.
Let me pause that. Again, if the Inspector General of Police wants to invite Chief Sunday Igboho, they must first arrest everybody in that K.Ll. They are terrorist individuals, and we will continue to label them as terrorists, sponsoring all the Fulanis moving around the Yoruba land and also in the Middle Belt and also in the Southeast. 32 people were killed in Ebonyi. Just under 72 hours, nobody will be held accountable. And again, let's hear what our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, said during one of his interviews on the channel's television.
Ohanaeze is not a terrorist organization. Pandey is not a terrorist organization. You shouldn't be equating an organization that has threatened, written letters of threat to governors in this land to say we are coming to kill and maim and destroy your land. I was in the Yoruba delegation to Benue State in January 2018. After a large number of people were killed in Benue State, they had gotten a letter from some section of K.Ll saying that you, Mr. Governor of Benue State, because your government made a law to regulate cattle rearing in Benue State, we are coming to wreak vengeance on the people of Benue State. On January 1, they came and they killed large numbers of people and destroyed many villages. Then on the 5th of January, leaders of the South, Southeast, Southwest, and Middle Belt went to commiserate with the Benue people. And the governor thanked us, and then he said, well, the same people who wrote the letter in December or so have written another letter now that I've received, and he then read the letter to us. The letter said, Mr. Governor, we see that you and your people doing mass burials and carrying out national mourning, but that what is happening to you, what has happened to you, is only a little bit of what is coming to you. That we are coming, and it is going to be bigger and worse this time. And your problem is with us is that your different ethnic groups, the thieves, the this, the that, and so on, regard the land on which they have lived for thousands of years as their land. It is not their land. The letter said, the land belongs to us Fulani, and we have now a reason to take it. And we are not talking of the peoples of Benue State alone. We are talking of all the peoples of Nigeria. We have accumulated money and weapons for a long drawn-out war. We have invited Fulani from all the rest of West Africa to come and join us to take our land in Nigeria. And if you think your federal government can defend you, you are kidding. They cannot defend you. Here the letter to us, and we all sat down there wondering whether we were still in Nigeria.
They were all wondering whether they were still in Nigeria. But a lot of you will never understand that, because some of you still believe. You remember this video? Let's just touch your heart on this video again. Let's see if I can get this video out. If not, I'll leave that particular video. There's still one more video I want us to play it, and I'm going to open the phone line. This is another video that reminds us of the atrocity of the Fulanis. Some of you do not even understand the length of what the Fulani is about to do. They want to make sure that myself and you and the next generation does not exist. Whether you believe it or not, whether you still believe in those politicians care less. Those politicians do not have any reason to believe in you. So why do you want to believe in the politicians? The politicians that could not fix pure water, to make sure that pure water is not something you are drinking inside Nigeria. Do you know that more people drink pure water than any part of the world in this country? Do you know that you don't even have basic toilet when you go out? Tó bá fẹ́ lo ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀, ó fẹ́ lo ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. Tó bá jáde lórí títì, kò síbi tó ti lo ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. And that is why we are saying Fulanis are the most dangerous individuals, and they are ready to maim and kill. And they care less about me, they care less about you, they care less about any one of us, because they believe the land belongs to them. So the question is, who is ready to give away their land to people that wants to maim, kill, and care less about us? Once again, we are saying, who sent that letter? Delegiwa was killed with a mail bomb in 1986. Why was the letter sent to Chief Sunday Igboho at his residence today? We would like to know from the federal government. We would like to know from the Inspector General of Police. We would like to know from the CP of Oyo State. Who authorized those 6 officers? Who sent the DHL to deliver that letter that we refuse to accept from the DHL? Once again, let's open the phone line, because I know some of you are still trying to call. The line is still going to be officially open. Just under an hour ago, a message was sent to me by one of the K.Ll media team that a man has been killed right in Ibadan by those we don't even know who they are. Are they Fulani, or are they just ordinary Nigerians that are committing atrocity? We don't even have a clue, because nobody knows how many people live inside Nigeria in the first place. Let's go back to the call. Hello, good evening, and go straight to your call. Ekabo, Surieto, good evening, welcome to the program. You're live already, go ahead.
Yes, good evening. One thing is for sure, the letter is a psychological tool. They want to show that they are still in government. But we all know, we should let Nigerians know that we have a moribund constitution. According to Professor Akintoye, the constitution has been, should I say, eased out of power, and we are now waiting for our own Yoruba Nation constitution to take on the role of the 1999 Nigerian constitution. And the police officers that came to your or premises, the chief's house, Chief Sunday Igboho, they were guilty of trespassing. And you should have made a citizen's arrest and made a video of them in order to prosecute them when we get our Yoruba nation. You see, what they are doing right now is just to show that they are in government. But they are no more in government as far as we Yorubas are concerned. We Yoruba youths know the truth. And the Fulanis will not intimidate you. Either Chief Sunday Igboho, millions of Yoruba youths. We in Yoruba land will still be the biggest country in West Africa after we gain our secession from Nigeria, because we will be 75 million people. Even if we count if we don't count people from Kogi State. So if we are 75 million people, no West African country would even come close to us in population. So we have no business fear-mongering or being afraid of standing alone as a country, especially now that also the Biafrans are going to on their own, and the Middle Belt are going to be on their own. Another thing I want to invite K.Ll to do is to invite our brothers from across the Niger, the Igbos, the able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He knows a lot of the secrets and the intimidation tactics used by this, should I say, Fulani government. So he would be able to educate us with his infinite wisdom and experience of being into freedom fighting against them for a long time. So he should.
Okay, I think we got a lot from the last caller. Very powerful presentation there. And again, we're still taking more calls. The line is open, +4475 9405097. I go straight to the question or contribution caller.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead. You're live already. Go ahead.
Okay. Ẹ káalẹ́ sà o.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé ẹ kú iṣẹ́ náà. Jésù á fún yín ṣe.
Àmín.
Èdùmàrè á gba Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà.
Àmín.
Lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀rọ. Olúwa ò ní jó jẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ilẹ̀.
Àmín.
So nǹkan ṣé èmi ló tó ní sọ̀rọ̀ ni?
Ẹ̀yin lẹ ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ máa gbọ́, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ là ń gbọ́ yín.
So nǹkan tí mo tiẹ̀ fẹ́ da àbá tí mo fẹ́ mú wá pé wọ́n invite Sunday Igboho lọ sí Àbújá yẹn. Mo advice wọn pé ká má tiẹ̀ lọ rárá. Ẹni tó bá fi oògùn oró tó fi nà òun ló máa mú. So kì í ṣe gbogbo ẹni tó bá fi nà ló máa mú. Òótọ́ invite pé kó wá yẹn òun kankan ló fẹ́ mú. Kì í ṣe àwọn bí bandits tiẹ̀ wá àbí terrorists tiẹ̀ wá wọ́n lè má mú wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó fẹ́ mú kankan òun náà máa mú. So mo advice wọn pé ká má lọ. Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n gba lẹ́tà bọ́ǹbù yẹn Délégi wá. Mo wà ní at the age of 20 gbà yẹn. Gbogbo èèyàn máa yẹ tó pa Délégi wá. Wọn ò lè sọ jáde ni. Adẹ̀mọ́rísìn tó fi pa Délégi wá. Nǹkan tá a máa ṣe àwa Nàìjíríà, àwa Yorùbá land. Ẹja á tètè ṣe nǹkan tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe kó lọ kíákíá. Ẹ má jà dúró de nǹkan kan pé bóyá ọdún méjì ọdún mẹ́ta ló máa ṣe hápùn lọ. Tí èṣìṣì bá pẹ́ tí èèyàn bá pẹ́ lórí ìwọ̀n ìjẹ́ èṣì ló máa gùn. Ìgbà yẹn làwọn many people máa dá sí. Àwọn náà á dẹ̀ ti pèpè ara wọn sílẹ̀. So ẹja ṣe ní kíákíá ọ̀rọ̀ mi nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to the broadcast. We're still taking calls. +4475 94050 is the number to call. While we're still waiting for your contribution, we would also continue to emphasize who authorized a letter. Why also our mothers that are selling in Bodija were attacked by the custom right inside a shop, cutted away all rice and money. And a lot of people are now homeless because they don't have anything again. Hello, good evening, caller, and welcome to the program.
ojú ò ní tì yín o ẹ má jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ yín o wọ́n kàn ń dákòókò mọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni o ṣùgbọ́n nígbà àwọn tó wá yẹn ó yẹ kẹ́ máa pàrokò fún wọn wọ́n máa ń pè láròkò ní ìlú táwa ti wá nílùú Èkìtì táwa ti wá bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́yìn náà máa fàmì sí wọn lára ká máa mú kankan lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fi ọ̀jà ó ṣe dúdú ó ṣe funfun ó ṣe pupa ẹ máa fi nǹkan sí wọn lára káwọn náà lọ máa fún àwọn bá kò yẹ kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ̀dọ̀ ọmọ bẹ̀yìn ni àdé sẹ́ni kankan nínú yín àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwa aládé máa borí ogun ní borí wa ẹ̀dọ̀ ó yẹ ká máa mú kankan lọ ní káwọn náà lọ máa fi jíṣẹ́ fáwọn ẹbí wọn because tabata ń sọ lórí kíní àwọn èèyàn ní bíi ìbọn táwọn yẹn bá lọ sọ fún fámìlì wọn dájú wọn bá ti lọ yes wọn mọ̀ kan ṣiṣẹ́ gbà wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe because this is not ìjà dẹ́yìndà kì í ṣe fún ẹnìkan you are fighting for the Yorùbá race Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o àwọn aládé àti ìlẹ́yìn o.
Thank you very much. Well, one thing we can say is, not everything we will be able to say during a broadcast like this, but what we can say is, as Yorubas, we know what to do. As Yorubas, we know exactly what to do at the right time, and those things, we don't have to explain what have been done or what needs to be done. But what we can say is, Yorubas knows what to do at always the right time. We have another caller, and let's go straight to the caller. Hello, good evening, caller. About mute the background. 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 Lè máa gbọ́ra yín kẹ́ tún máa gbọ́ mi. Mute the background. Mute tinú ilé tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ wa. Tẹ́ ẹ bá mute the background yẹn a lè gbọ́ yín a lè gbé call yẹn ẹ láti mute the background ká tó lè gbé sórí speaker. All right, let's bring us straight to the conversation now where we can hear better. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Okay, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o káńdà mo ti ń pè yín.
À ń gbọ́ yín.
Nǹkan tí mò ń pè lórí ni nípa lẹ́tà tí wọ́n fẹ́ fún Sunday Igboho yẹn. Lẹ́tà yẹn ó jẹ́ ẹ̀dá tí wọ́n gbà wọn ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó máa sọ ẹ lè sọ fún ẹ pé kán lọ fi ṣe open letter to Sunday Igboho kán lọ gbé sínú newspaper kí gbogbo àgbáyé kí wọ́n rí gbogbo nǹkan tó wà nú ẹ̀ lọ́tẹ̀ mi fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Hello.
Mo ní ẹ ṣé gan ni àti gbọ́ yín. That was a very good contribution from the last caller. Yes, exactly what I've said. If any official federal state wants to invite us, they must put those letters not just in the press, they must do a video for us to see. Hello, caller. Okay, plus 4475 94050 is the number to call. Plus 4475 94050 Also, the awareness continue. Nothing is going to stop the awareness. We will move from city to city, from rural area to rural area, and hold on, caller, and we will explain to our people why we must exit out of the contraction called Nigeria. Hello, good evening, caller. Welcome to the program. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Ọlọ́run fún wa ṣe ni o. A máa gbà láyọ̀ àtàláfíà ni. Mo ríṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ṣe. I'm calling you from Europe. Mo ríṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ṣe. Ṣé ojú orí tí wa? Ṣé understand? Ṣé lẹ́tà tó sẹ́ndì wá yẹn àgbákù lẹ́tà ni o. Kọ́dà máa lọ sí lọ́dún wá. Àwọn tí gbogbo tó ń fara hàn pé àwọn báyìí militant tó yà pé àwọn báyìí pé Boko Haram ni wọ́n ṣe yẹn. Now one more thing ṣe rí pàdé mi kan sọ fún mi Hausa ni ó wà yóò pẹ̀lú mi náà ó sọ fún mi pé àwọn bandits yẹn pé Boko Haram ni wọ́n ṣe understand. Wọ́n kàn fẹ́ jẹ́nà ayé ti gbẹ̀ kàmá fà kàn bí ara sí ni. They are the same people wọ́n á fẹ́ rebrand orúkọ yẹn so that ààrẹ Boko Haram gbogbo àti pẹ̀lú terrorist ni wọ́n already ṣe understand. So wọ́n wá fẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé ṣe àwọn bandits yẹn wípé àwọn yẹn new people ni àwọn yẹn so they are the same people. So target wọn sì Èkó gbogbo àwọn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá torí pé ó lóyún ó lẹ́bẹ̀tì nǹkan tó target nìyẹn àti Tinubu lè ta gbogbo wa tó ń tàbá mọ̀ so Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe Yorùbá nation ló going back ní Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe because right now ẹ̀rù ló ń bà mí ẹ̀rù ń bà mí ṣe wà ẹ̀mọ́ school níbẹ̀ ẹ̀rù ń bà mí because pàrọ̀ lébà yìí Ọlọ́run àìka yẹn làbù lẹ̀ṣẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe àwọn ò náà sọ̀fọ̀ àmọ́ prevail lágbára Ọlọ́run ṣẹ́ni gbọ́ ẹ ṣe gan.
All right. That's someone else also put in a contribution. A lot of you are also, a lot of comment there, but the message is, what was the content of that letter? That letter has to come through the public address to us, not through a delivery from DHL or the police officer that wanted to deliver that letter. Hello, good evening, caller, and welcome to the program. Hello, caller. Okay. Also, a lot of people will say, what right do we have to exit Nigeria? We have the right to leave Nigeria. Apart from the amalgamation that have joined us together for 100 years, that is not just the reason why we must leave Nigeria. The nepotism of this country, the fraudulent election, and so many things that have taken place as far back as 1959. Yes, people will say that when you know the numbers is much better, but there's never been a unity in this country. We are not united. Let us divide. Let us go our separate ways peacefully, and then we can decide whether I want to go to the north or I want to go to the southeast. But for now, being part of Nigeria is a fraud, is a scam, and everybody knows that. But people believe that because the system is so corrupt, and a lot of people love the corrupt system so that they can manipulate, they can keep people below the poverty line, they can make you not to achieve their dream. That is why some people believe in Nigeria. They are not just politicians, they are civil servants, and they are average Nigerians that believe in that corrupt system, and each time they travel out of the country, they respect the law of the country they're traveling to. Plus 4475-94050 is the number to call, and we're still taking your call this evening on the show. Once again, we remind the custom. Ẹ má gbèrú gbèsè tẹ́ gbé yẹn, tẹ́ lọ bust àwọn èèyàn nínú shop wọn, tẹ́ ń kó rẹ̀ sí wọn, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bust wọn, ẹ lọ sí border, not those that have their rights right inside the shop. Hello, good evening and welcome to the show.
Hello.
Good evening, you're live already.
Hi, Koiki. Good evening. Hi, Koiki.
Go ahead, we're live already. Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yeah. My name is Kenneth. I'm a Biafran. I understand a little bit of Yoruba.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
I follow your program all the time. I love what you are doing. I love what our Duduwa brothers are doing. Please, don't let anybody discourage you people. Like you rightly said, it's good that Chief Igboho didn't take that letter. These people are looking for a way to eliminate him by all means. But what they have forgotten is, if they think that it's only, there are so many Chief Igbohos in the Oduduwa land now. So everybody is woken up. They are wasting their time. These people, they are foreigners and they want to take over our country by killing all of us. Anybody who is still supporting one Nigeria, the person is living in a dreamland. I like your program. You are always on point. Keep it up.
Thank you.
By the grace of God, Oduduwa Nation and Biafra Nation will be achieved.
Amen.
And probably Middle Belt will become a nation of its own.
Amen. Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Continue to educate people. Continue to create the awareness of for people. And I've seen that many of them have woken up and have seen the reality. Okay. The problem we have in the Biafra is our elders are still very, very blind. These people are still manipulating them. Any day the wax leaves their eyes, you will see what will happen. Because in the Oduduwa land, the elders of Oduduwa, most of the elders want Oduduwa nation. They know that Nigeria is no longer working.
Okay.
But our own, they are still sleeping. Okay. They're saying that giving them becoming president in 2023 is going to solve anything. It will not solve anything.
It's never going to solve any problem.
Anybody, nobody.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Because of time constraint, and we still want to take many calls. I want to play another video, so bear with us. We're going to, remove the connection to the phone. You will not be able to get through. I know so many of you wants to get through, but let us also remind ourselves some of the reason why people say, why do you want to go out of Nigeria? When we are one, we are big in number. The question I'm asking is, what has the number done for you? What has the number, when they keep telling you our population is 200 million, what has that number done for you? It has made you the poverty country of the world. That's number one. What that population have done for you. We also, number one, when we talk about countries that does not have proper public toilet, or those that have proper toilets in their house, that's also what it has done for you. It has also been the number 3 most terrorized country in the world. This is what your population is doing for you. So some of you that keep saying that we are the problem, I understand, I am the problem. But what you don't understand is that population have never helped you. But you are also looking for your exit out of the country. If otherwise, you want to be part of a corrupt system rather than a system that works for everybody. Those of you crying and saying that we cannot achieve what we are fighting for. Firstly, the 1999 Constitution is no longer working. That Constitution is void as far back as we can tell you on the 17th of March. What we are waiting for now is what is going to be the pronouncement from our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, in the next 16 days. The next 16 days will determine the way forward. We will leave Nigeria, whether Nigeria does not want to leave itself. We Yorubas will leave Nigeria. I understand some people will say we are not representing all the Yorubas, but we cannot be part of a system that have killed men, raped, and also make life unbearable for you that continue to talk about one Nigeria. So many people might say, we are not speaking for you. We understand, but we would rather defend you because your brain has been fried like an egg. Let's again continue and play this video for us to listen to.
Ẹ káàsán o, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́, ẹ káàárọ̀. Ní gbogbo bí tẹ́ sí ń gbọ́ mi. Èmi ni tí ní tòótọ́. Ọmọ mi Lawal. Mo ní kí n tí ké sí wa ní o. Ẹ̀yin ará mi nílé lóko ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Ẹ mọ̀ pé lẹ́ni wọ́n ní ká gbààwẹ̀. A dẹ̀ sì ń gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n kí àwẹ̀ yìí kó tó parí, ó yẹ ká máa ṣe àdúrà ní pé Olúwa yọ wá kúrò ní ìgbèkùn àwọn ọmọ Fúlàní. A láti rírí gbàdúrà because a máa ń sọ àwa Yorùbá pé ojúbọ̀rọ̀ ò ṣe gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ èkùrọ́ o. Àwọn apanimáyọ̀dà àwọn là ń bá dìrì. Wọn ò lè kọ̀ kí àyílà má talẹ́ o kó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́sàn-án kò kàn wọ́n. Ọmọ ọ̀rọ̀ kíran ni wọ́n dẹ̀ rẹ́dì láti fi gbogbo ìbàyéjẹ́ wọn. Àwọn ló ń pè ní igi wọ́rọ́kọ́ tí wọn ò lè tún wọ́n ṣe pọ̀ tí wọ́n lè dàrú. Wọ́n ti dé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yẹn rú nítorí wọn ló ń ṣe wọ́n ṣe báṣubàṣu wọ́n tẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ọmọ onílẹ̀ àtẹ̀jẹ́jẹ́ àjòjì àtẹ̀ báṣubàṣu. Fúlàní àjòjì ni wọ́n. Ẹ wo bọ́n ṣe sọ orílẹ̀-èdè wa dì. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ilẹ̀ Igbo, wọ́n ti sọ di rádaràda. Wọ́n ti fi ẹ̀jẹ̀, wọ́n fi ìlú wa, wọ́n tó ń tẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ni. Ṣùgbọ́n kí n ṣe yẹn ni mo ṣe wá ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ yìí. Ó ti di aago 7:30 ní United States. N tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ fún wa ní pé kí a tó já àwẹ̀ wa yìí o, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ohùn sókè. Ká pe Ọlọ́run bá ṣe mọ diplomacy tó ta lọ́gbọ́n lórí tó. Ìjàngbadì tá ń jà yìí pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní yìí kò ń ṣojú lásán o. A láti pe Ọlọ́run sí gidigidi kí Ọlọ́run kó ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Bá ṣe ń jà tá ń jà tẹnutẹnu tá ń jà taratara a láti tún jà tẹ̀mítẹ̀mí. Ká máa rán Ọlọ́run létí pé níjọ́sí tí Fáráò tó lóun ò ní fi àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì sílẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì kégbe sí Ọlọ́run ni o. Wọ́n ní ogun nǹkan ìjà bọ̀tí ogun nǹkan ìjà wọn kò ká o. Wọ́n pe Ọlọ́run nígbà tí ó dẹ̀ pe Ọlọ́run ó tì wọ́n lẹ́yìn. Olúwa máa ti àwa Yorùbá náà lẹ́yìn ní òtítọ́ àti òdodo. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọkàn wa ká fi lé Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn Fúlàní ṣe wọ́n á jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. Wọ́n máa kó lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Wọ́n bá fẹ́ wọ́n bá kọ̀. Tí aláàárọ̀ bá ní kán dúró, alálẹ́ á sọ mọ̀nàmọ́ná kalẹ̀, á sùn wọ́n bí gúgúrú. Wọ́n máa lọ. máa lọ ẹ mo fẹ́ ká ní faith because nínú ìwé mímọ́ lórí Hébérù orí 11 ẹsẹ̀ 6 ó ní ìgbàgbọ́ òun nìkan ló lè mú wa satisfy Ọlọ́run. Only without faith we cannot please God. Aláti nígbàgbọ́ Ọlọ́run pàápàá sọ lórí Matthew orí 2 orí 21 ẹsẹ̀ 2 ó ní tí a bá béèrè nǹkan ní ọwọ́ òun Ọlọ́run ká gbà pé a ti rí gbà nítorí pé kí ni tó bá ń ṣe iyèméjì ó dàbí omi ní òkun ni kò ní rí nǹkan gbà lọ́wọ́ òun. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká ṣe iyèméjì, ẹ jẹ́ ká wà determined and convinced that we are fighting a just cause. Ademariba ní agbára àṣẹ ní agbára àwọn tó lágbára Elédùmarè a máa gbà torí àní kú sógun wáṣẹ. Ìlú òyìnbó láti wà ìlógún ọdún ọgbọ̀n ọdún àádọ́ta ẹlòmíì ti dé bíbáyìí láti àádọ́ta ọdún 50 years tó ti pé 75 76 nílùú òyìnbó kí là ń ṣe ká lè lọ lò wá torí náà ẹ gbàdúrà gidigidi ipe bí Ọlọ́run ṣe ti àwọn ọmọ Fẹ́rò tó ti sínú omi òkun pupa tí àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì tó dẹ̀rìn lórí ilẹ̀ tó fi dé ilẹ̀ lérí kí Ọlọ́run kó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún àwọn Yorùbá. Ẹ gbàdúrà ìwọ tó bá máa gbà ní ti mùsùlùmí kó gbà á bó bá ṣe mọ̀ gbà tó bá lè ké Yásìn tó ké Kìrìsíyù kó ké Tàbátì Àdá kó ké Láfí Kùrẹ́ṣì ibi mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ni mo ti wá. Àwọn bàbá ńlá bàbá mi ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ìbáyé ló ń ṣe. Àwọn òbí tèmi wọ́n ní ẹ̀sìn mùsùlùmí ni èmi ni mo decide pé onígbàgbọ́ ni mo fẹ́ ṣe. So èyí tó bá mọ̀ tó dá ẹ lójú oní tí gbàgbọ́ ẹ bá dá ẹ lójú wàá fi gbárí. Jésù mi dá mi lójú o mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó ń dá mi lóhùn. He has never failed me. He's too faithful to fail me. He's too consistent to leave me halfway. He's too loving to leave me. And the same thing ló máa ṣe fún àwọn èèyàn mi. So kẹ́ tó já àwẹ̀ yín aago mẹ́rin ní aago mẹ́fà.
This was not a current video, but it's just to remind us. A lot of people will say this task is bigger than us. And I keep saying, kò lè tóbi tó Elédùmarè. It cannot be bigger than the creator of this world. So when people look at us and say that the battle that we are facing is bigger than us, the question is, how can it be bigger than us as the people? Kò lè tóbi tó wa, kò lè dàgbà tó wa. So let us remember that yes, our people have been kept in bondage, and that bondage is what we are about to release. Our people mind has been deceived for a very long time, and we are about to release that deceit. It's all deceit. Everything about Nigeria is deceit, and we are still taking more calls. And let's go straight to the next caller. Emma, mute the background. Mute the background. Don't pay Mr. Israel. Ìṣàlejò lórí program. Mute the background.
Hello.
Go ahead. Mute the background, Mr. Israel. Go ahead. Láti Spain.
Emma bínú. Kálẹ̀ pẹ̀tọ̀.
Ètò nìyẹn.
Mo ní kí n dá sí ètò ni. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ẹ ti ṣe the right thing. And gbogbo àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ti pè wọ́n ti sọ ọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀. Èmi náà ní little contribution láti add sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Èmi believe pé ó yẹ kí àwọn personal security wà fún Chief Sunday Igboho. Because bí gbogbo ẹ ṣe ń lọ sìn, ewu ń bẹ lóko alóńgẹ́. Ó tó ṣe bí òwe níwájú àwọn àgbàlagbà. Alóńgẹ́ gangan ewu ni. Pásá ò fúnra, pásá já o. Gbogbo àwọn òwe tí mo kà sílẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló nítumọ̀. General Sans àṣẹ ń gbọ́ mi. Hello? Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, à ń gbọ́ yín. Mo sáré jáde lórí yàrá ni. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Wọ́n ní wípé personal security fún Chief Sunday Igboho, and at the same time ẹjọ́ lèèyàn máa ń kọ́ èèyàn kì í kọjá. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a ní camera around Mr. Sunday Igboho's house so that yẹn máa lè stand as an evidence.
Gbogbo kámẹ́rà yẹn ló wà, so gbogbo kámẹ́rà yẹn fi yẹn sílẹ̀.
Okay, thank you for that. Because mo pé àwọn tó kàwé ni àwọn tí jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà ní surroundings yẹn, and thank you for that. Jerry, personal security for me ni wípé gbogbo movement wọn ló yẹ kó máa monitor. tó bá pé àti gbára dì sílẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni irú bó ṣe àtàkùn lọ́nà Ìbàdàn ń gbà yẹn nítorí gúrùmbàjì evidence yẹn a máa lè sún ẹ̀jú eléyìí lọ. èmi ò bá ní wípé ẹ jẹ́ kí security yẹn kó wà more tight more than eléyìí tí a ní. Ọlọ́run máa fún wa ṣe o.
ẹ jẹ́ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn a máa sọ lẹ́yìn. ẹ jẹ́ ká tún fi tó gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire létí o. lóòótọ́ a fẹ́ gba òmìnira o but òmìnira ta fẹ́ gbà àti sọ pé àìdẹ̀ tí fi ohùn síta pé kíyàn kankan lọ pààyàn ní kíyàn kankan lọ ṣe jàǹbá fọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire. ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa o, ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa, ẹ ṣe sùúrù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pè. interface sọ ó wà more important than ìpè tẹ́ ń pè lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn. and it seems ẹni tó bá ń gbọ́ ètò tó tún pè follow broadcast nìyẹn. And it doesn't make any sense if I'm sitting here and we're trying to now send another message. The purpose of coming here is also to deliver a message. And that message is more important. And the message we are now saying at this point and at this junction, we have never, yes, I talk about war. There's nothing bad about talking about the we fight. But at no point have we ever instigate anyone to go out and make any atrocity against particularly even the Yorubas, and even those that we are fighting is those that we are attacking. Àwọn yẹn a máa bá wọn jà. Fulani cannot kill us without defending ourselves. Hear me very well. It's two different things. Fulani tó fẹ́ pa wá a láti defend ara wa, and we will defend ourselves with whatever we have. I don't have to go into details about how that would happen. Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? No. But in terms of yín ni pé ẹ láti lè defend ara yín against any Fulani that is about to commit atrocity and kill you and maim you and rape you. You should be prepared anytime, any day. But at no point have we come out to say any Yoruba should go and attack any other Yorubas. Again, I will repeat that again. At no point ni Baba Chief Sunday Igboho ti jáde pé kó sọ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pé àwọn Yorùbá o òun ní kẹ́ lọ máa bá jà o, àwọn Yorùbá ní kẹ́ lọ máa tàtàkò. In tó máa ń sọ ni pé Fúlàní tó ń pa wá, Fúlàní tó ń ṣe jàǹbá fún wa, we should be able to defend ourselves. Tí ìjọba ọba lè defend wa, why then can we say we shouldn't defend ourselves? Ó jẹ́ ká lè defend ara wa, because the government that should defend us have failed. And everybody knows that. Even those that believe in one Nigeria knows the government has failed them. And that is why I am saying again, on behalf of Chief Sunday Igboho, that he has not asked anyone across the world to go and kill any other Yoruba individuals. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa o. Kò síbi kankan. Oh yes, people can say, oh, around video con. But what I'm saying is he has not asked you to go out and kill anybody. But what we are saying is you should be able to defend yourself as Yoruba people. Some people are not following the broadcast. They are more interested to get into the show than listen to the broadcast. And that is not even good enough. I to reiterate again. There are so many people doing different programs and saying different things. But at no point, oh yes, èmi á máa sọ pé a máa jagun, because I know at some point that this freedom that we are asking for is not going to be like a bread and butter. And we must prepare for that. A máa prepare fún. Because I know that what we are about to take is something that is precious to some people. Ṣé àwọn tó ń wa kùsà? Some people don't even know what is kusa. A kò máa ń gbọ́ kusa. When they say they wọ́n wá kusa, wọ́n wá gold ló ń wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa. So anywhere you hear kusa is gold. It's people that are taking our natural resources and taking it to another man's land and then sell it. And that is why you don't even know. Let me say it, yes. Somebody just said the same thing here. There's a comment I just saw now that says, yeah, true talk. Bola, freedom is not bread and butter. Oh, no. And what we have to do first is to educate our people. leave the call for now. Let's educate ourselves. Kí ni benefit Yoruba nation? Let's do, a lecture this evening. Let me go this way. What is the benefit? Okay, let me use the new one. Because the new one have, this is our own weapon. When you see like this, these are ready to go into towns, villages, rural area in Lagos. Forget about anywhere in Lagos. We will tell our people why we want to leave Nigeria. It's not just by gidigbo. Kò ń ṣe gidigbo nìkan. No, kò ń ṣe gidigbo. Èrò pa kọ́ máa ṣe gidigbo ni. When I tell you last year, a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ action. Some of you expect the action to be, fire to fire. No. We are not there yet. Where we are at the moment is what our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, is telling us. What is he telling us? Go and tell the world. Go and tell our people that we are now coming out of Nigeria peacefully. And that is the message we are taking across board. But while we are doing that, oh yes, we cannot sleep with two eyes. We are protecting ourselves against the Fulani. Now, let's look at this. This is what you can see here in bundles, in their 50s, in their 100s, with your own support. And all these will travel to Ekiti. It will go to Kogi, Kwara. It will go to Ondo. It will go to Osun State, Oyo, Ogun State, Lagos. And what is there that when people see these on the street of all these areas I've mentioned, they are Yoruba land, and nobody can tell us that we cannot paste these on the wall. Ilewani. A Fulani man cannot tell us, oh, even those police, and let's make this clear to all our Yoruba police working in all the states. We are not fighting you, and we don't have any reason to fight anybody. We are peace-loving people, but our message must be delivered. Our message must travel across your land, and you do not have the right to detain and make sure you arrest anybody for making this message clear to our people, because we have not taken any arms against you. So you will listen to us, because according to the United Nations chapter, I know you are still operating under the fraudulent constitution that arrests, detain average Nigerians without any adequate information, and you think that you will just arrest anybody. Let's make this clear to all our beautiful, handsome, hard-working officers that you are also going through the same pain. Your salary has not been paid. Your uniform that you are putting on, you are the one buying it at Okirika ló ń wọ̀. Ìwọ ọlọ́pàá à ń sọ fún ẹ nísìn láì tí ẹ dáadáa ìyàwó nìkan àbẹ́jà ìwọ kọ́ là ń bájà àbọ̀ ọlọ́pàá jà àbámi jà àbá civil servant jà bọ̀ Fúlàní tó fẹ́ pa wá a máa bá wọn jà. So tó bá wá rí àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń lẹ pósítà tó wá lọ mú wọn tó wá sọ pé yẹn bíi tí wọ́n fẹ́ arrest ìkànnì àwọn boys wa tán nítorí pé wọ́n aṣọ Yorùbá nation bí ṣe ìwọ tó da lára mi yìí à ń sọ fún yín nísìnyí pé ẹ̀ ń wájà wa nìyẹn àwọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ wájà yín. So ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀ kẹ jẹ́ ká ṣàwé ẹmẹ́sì wa, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá gbọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ, bóyá àwọn èèyàn máa tẹ̀lé wa bọ́ọ̀ni tẹ̀lé wa, ẹ̀yẹn fìyẹn sílẹ̀ ìyẹn ọkàn yín o. It's got nothing to do with you, and you will not do and undo, because what we are still doing is based on the international standard. Nothing we've done so far is against the law. I'm not talking about the fraudulent law of Nigeria, because as far as we come, that law has been thrown into the basket. That fraudulent 1999 constitution, 30 law, 30 fi gaga wọ̀nyàn, you arrest people, crime ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn. You should expect a policeman to go to the crime scene and start looking at the crime area and start taking evidence. But you know you don't even have petrol in your vehicle. You know you are not paid salary. Why then are you trying to stop us from telling people that our security is no longer safe? But when you go into a Yoruba nation, you will have a better security. Èyí náà lè máa ṣe security fún wa. Every Yoruba security that is working presently now, you don't have to be scared of anything. Èyí náà lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ tá bá ti gba Yoruba nation. I know you cannot say much, You are working with the Fulani government, but we are trying to rescue you. And you know you are in danger. A dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn gbogbo àwọn ọba wa tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan-an. A dúpẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe tí ẹ̀ ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lábẹ́lẹ̀ àtẹ̀yìn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè díẹ̀. Ṣé wá rí àwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ sókè tó bá yá àwọn náà sọ̀rọ̀ sókè wọ́n ní wọn kì í borí adé àwọn ò ní bú yín, but à ń jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé in tá à ń sọ a fẹ́ dá iléèwé ọ̀fẹ́ sílẹ̀. Those are the benefits. Ètò ìlera. We don't want our king to travel to London just like the president. We don't want you to go to Germany for treatment. We want you to stay in Yoruba land where you will have adequate opportunity. But right now, as our king, you are being under local government. Do you know what local government is? Local government chairman must know before you travel to another state. We don't want that. That is why we are fighting now to make sure that you, our royal fathers, are well taken care of. You literally don't understand why we are fighting as your children. But we are fighting just because we don't want that land to be taken away from us. And we know you know. Because Ifá ti sọ, Christianity ti sọ, Mùsùlùmí ti sọ, gbogbo tá à ń ṣe yìí tó bá jẹ́ pé irọ́ wà nú ẹ̀ ni. If this is what we are saying, there is false inside it. Some of you looking at me now, some of you that are saying that we are the cause of this problem, go into 21 days fasting and see if God, the God that you serve, will not show you that Yoruba nation is meant to be a nation. A Yoruba is meant to stand on its own. Biafra is meant to stand on its own. Mirubel is meant to stand on its own. Let's go back to this benefit, because these are what our people don't understand. And why we are pasting this across the Yoruba land is because we want our people to know the truth. And the truth is not just in the church anymore. The truth is not just in the mosque anymore, because they have told you to pray, pray, pray for Nigeria. Those prayers have never worked for Nigeria prayer. It has literally killed more dreams. There's no industry. There's no factory. You cannot continue to pray and expect miracle to just happen like that. No, it doesn't work like that. In advanced country, in China, they have more production going on 24 hours. That is why you go there and buy goods and bring it here. Do you know why this country is not working? You have a refinery that they still want to spend 1.5 billion US dollars. But do you know what that 1.5 billion US dollar can do? Those are the way that they kept you in below poverty line. Let's go back to the benefit. Ìlọsíwájú ọrọ̀ ajé yẹn náà là ń sọ, where custom officer in the middle of the night, when they should be stopping those bringing illegal weapon in the north. Do you know that in the north they have more porous border? People just walk into Nigeria with weapons and they go back, they go in, they go back, they go in. But your government will rather come to Ibadan, Bodija, àwọn ìyá tí wọ́n ń ṣe wàhálà. Do you know what our mothers are going through before they can do ọrọ̀ ajé? That is why we are saying to you, leave Nigeria now. Come with us. Join us on this movement. Join us on this struggle. Ankara tẹ́ ń gbà yẹn kò lè work. Ìrẹsì tẹ́ ń gbà yẹn kò lè work. You now see, you voted for all these political parties, yet they can send custom in the middle of the night to bust your church, to bust your shop rather, and take away, cater away your rice. I'm sure some of the rice are right inside the custom officers' houses. Táwọn ìyàwó wọn sè tí inú wọn dẹ̀ ń dùn sí. Or not only that alone, they are also stole so much money. This is what we are saying to you. Ìlọsíwájú ọrọ̀ ajé. Now, ètò lórí iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀. A lot of you cannot even go to the farm anymore. Do you know that you cannot go to the farm? You can't go to the farm because the farm has become a danger. Fulani is now in the one controlling all our farms. Not just the diaspora that want to invest. You have been doing the old method of farming. Now, across the world, people are doing what they call mechanized farming, where you can plant right from the right inside your office. Computer ló máa control gbogbo ẹ̀. Ṣé yẹn ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n fi ìyà jẹ yín ni? Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ìyà lẹ ń jẹ ni? How many of you no, don't you know pé ìyà lẹ ń jẹ? And let me tell you, ṣé ráwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní all these big places like banks, in different sectors, they call themselves elite. They're watching us now. They're thinking that we are the one crazy. Àwa la mad, la ń sọ nǹkan tí kò jẹ́ ká sọ. But they know that this country has failed them as the elite. They look at the exchange rate. He wants to travel to UK. Exchange rate as of today is about 673 to send. But tó bá fẹ́ rà, ó tún ní wá rírà lọ́wọ́ bank. These are those that are professionals. They are watching us now. They don't want to get involved. They think this is messy. Oh, you guys are, you know them. They sit down in their air condition. They're watching me now. They're watching. Some of them are watching because they love the way we present and we do our things, but they don't want Nigeria to break because they are part of the corrupt system. But when they want to travel now, they want to buy dollar. They will go to Yaba. They will go to all these Hausa man and buy dollar. Don't you know that you are the most crazy people? You educated ones. Is that the way we buy dollar? If I want to buy dollar in UK, I go to the post office. If I don't go to the post office, I go to the Bureau de Change. Register Bureau de Change, not the one on the street that you don't even know. Your dollar that should be given to you has been bought by the Hausa Fulani man. Oh yes, they have all the contact. As the money is coming from the diaspora, because the diaspora are the one bringing remittances into this shithole country. The diaspora remittance is about 22 billion US dollars. Let me say this clearly. We are the ones sending the dollars home. But you stupid ones thinking that we are the ones that are creating problem. You don't even know the diaspora are the ones supporting you. Your budget has never helped you. But now you want to buy the same dollar. You will now go to the black market. Are you not something wrong in your modular blancata? You should know. But rather, you love the corrupt system. You want to oppress your driver. You want to oppress your house help. You want to even oppress your children. You want to let people believe that you are the one there. You saw the CCT Code of Conduct chairman slapping a security guard because he believes he's a Fulani man. They own this country. But you are now writing proposal for Lagos State Governor. But Lagos State Governor care less about you. It does not matter whether you are educated with PhD. Lagos State Governor was thrown away in Teslim Balogun. If it's truly this is a governor that is working for the people, people will never shout only on the governor. Yes, but you believe in this country. This country cannot work. It does not matter what your pastor is telling you on a Sunday service. It does not matter what your imam tells you on a Friday sermon. It does not matter what the traditional tells you over the weekend. The country will collapse. It will collapse peacefully, but we will prepare for whatever scenario that is going to come. And we will not relent. We will not get tired. We will not give up. We will continue to fight for those that does not understand what we are saying. We take more calls, and maybe in about another half an hour, we're going to start winding down. I know a lot of you wants to get through. Very sorry. It's just, sometimes, you know how it goes. You might not be able to get through straight away. But the purpose of this broadcast, it still goes back to Chief Sunday Igboho was sent a letter by the Inspector General of Police. Send those letters to the bandit, send those letters to the Boko Haram, and then we will find out whether we want to respond to you. Let's go straight to the next caller again. Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello. Hello.
Go ahead, you're live already. Go ahead, caller. You are live already. Emma Sorolo. O connect my speaker and the speaker in what delay. Emma Sorolo.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, now, nípa lẹ́tà tí ẹ sọ pé àwọn idiot yẹn kọ, wọn kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé Ọlọ́run ló sọ olóyè Sunday Igboho náà. Then, second thing ni pé mo really appreciate mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo onílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ń tì lẹ́yìn ó dẹ̀ ń dà mẹ́tì. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gba lẹ́tà yẹn very good. Now, the additional tí mo fi kẹ́ ṣe ni pé tó bá possible gbogbo surroundings ilé Sunday Igboho kí ẹ máa monitor ẹ̀ dáadáa torí àwọn olórí burúkú yẹn. Now, ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn tá a bá wà ní ẹ̀kọ́ mọ̀ pé 95% àwọn Yorùbá gan ló máa wà nínú plan yẹn. Ọ̀sán tí màá gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ́ gbà pàdé kí wá lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná nìyẹn. Bí a ṣe organize gbogbo àwọn olórí Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa eliminate wọn. So tá a bá tún náà tún di ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀wò dáadáa àá bá Yorùbá nídìí ẹ̀. So ẹjọ́ ẹ má fi mo máa pé kúrúkúrú náà ní olóyè Sunday Igboho náà kò fi gbà kan túra sílẹ̀ Ọlọ́run náà dẹ̀ máa tilẹ̀. So surroundings ilé wọn gan gbogbo environment yẹn ẹjọ́ ẹ máa bá wa fojú sí dáadáa torí àwọn olórí burúkú yẹn. Now you can imagine ẹ worú ẹni tó ń sọ pé òun fẹ́ di president tó lọ donate owó bíi millions 50 million àbí whatever sílùú onílùú iná dẹ̀ jóná níbẹ̀ TMB nílẹ̀ bàbá TMB èló ló donate síbẹ̀ ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn tí ò bá ti fẹ́ kí Yorùbá dá dúró Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á mú wọn kúrò lórí ilẹ̀ ìṣe náà ní ṣojú wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run because gbogbo wa ń sìn ẹ̀ ń pàyàwó oníyàwó ẹ̀ ń pọmọ ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ tó ń fi hàn ọgbẹ́ tá à ń ṣe rèé ẹ̀yin náà gbogbo ilé tí yóò dẹ̀ kí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ pé gbogbo plan táwọn Fúlàní ti ní síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà ẹ ti ń dọ́jì pé no one nation òṣìwò ní bolo ti ń wọ̀ ọ́ láti jọ́ náà ti ń bọ̀ so therefore Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè a máa fi sọ ẹ̀sọ́ Sunday bù wá àti gbogbo ẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ dìde tẹ̀ wá lágbára Ọlọ́run àwa tá a wà nílùú onílùú náà lágbára Ọlọ́run náà fún àwọn ọ̀nà ọkàn bá àwa náà wà ní lágbára Ọlọ́run sọ tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ náà.
ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa torí àsìkò ká tún fún ẹlòmíì láàyè is a very busy line and we want as many of the individuals that are watching us to add their voice into the conversation. Hello, caller.
Hello, my brother.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò mà. Ẹ go ahead, ẹ ti wọlé, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Ẹ káàsán, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ náà Ọlọ́run gbogbo ẹ̀mí mímọ́ wà pẹ̀lú yẹn á fún wa ṣe ilẹ̀ ìlérí tí gbogbo wa ń béèrè fún àjọ débẹ̀ ní nínú àlàáfíà àti ẹ̀mí kíkan. Ìkan tó mi kàn fẹ́ sọ ni wípé orientation tá ẹ ṣe fáwọn èèyàn wa mo fẹ́ yẹ kẹ́ continue ẹ̀ because from àwọn èèyàn tó ń pè mí lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ní Amẹ́ríkà bíbá ẹ̀ I was so surprised by people that were not really concerned about the Yoruba nation. They were all speaking out in support of it and they are contributing. These are the people I've been trying to kind of encourage. Like, let us support Mr. Igboho and all the people that are involved in this agitation. And I'm so surprised when somebody called me today and they were like, they donate even every month. So I'm like, this is good. Continue to spread the message by doing orientation for people both at home and abroad. Orientation yẹn ni mo believe people la need àti ṣe more and more. That will really help us. Nigeria ò lè dààmú ẹ má jẹ́ ká parọ́ ara wa. There's some years about 12 or 15 years ago I was in Nigeria. Nígbà táwọn èèyàn kan lọ kí Déjì Àkúrẹ́. Déjì yẹn Ọlọ́run fọ̀rùn kẹ́ wọn. Déjì Àkúrẹ́ sọ fún wa ní ìgbà tá a lọ kí wọ́n pé Nigeria ò lè dààmú. Ọba nìyẹn ò kì í ṣe aráàta. So they all know but they are keeping mute torí wọn lè sọ síta. Àwa la dẹ̀ mọ́ bí ti ara ti ń ta wà wá ta wà ń lo ìbò pàwọ́ la ẹ̀ bá àwọn èèyàn wa nílé. Nígbà débi ìbájọpọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn kú. So ẹjọ́ oriented yẹn òun ni mo fẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí to sensitize a lot of people about this movement. Ọlọ́run fún yín ṣe.
Àmín. Ìgbésẹ̀ náà ni à ń gbé àdẹ̀jẹ́ kó sú wa. We will continue to educate, enlighten, orientation. Let's go straight to the next caller. Hello, good evening, caller. Go ahead, you're live already.
My brother, I call it. I beg us then. I will share no lot of my passion.
Àmín.
Mi ò ní complex on ní pé ìjẹ́ra àwọn màmá yẹn àwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà bẹ́ẹ̀ ká túbọ̀ kí wọ́n lè máa campaign fún dáadáa. Àwọn ìyá àgbàlagbà yẹn because something happen nígbà tí wọ́n lé ọ̀gbẹ́sẹ̀ tí wọ́n lọ sí general hospital ìyá kan ṣe. Ọmọ ẹ láti máa sọ fún wípé because I feel bad mo láti fún wọn ní owó covid treat ìyá yẹn pé gbogbo meeting tẹ́ ń lọ. Àwọn pàṣẹ ṣe àmà yín AC tẹ́ ń kọ́ lọ pọ̀ wá ṣó yọjú. Because they are for the treat in general hospital ní kẹjà ní kọ́tún sọ yóò ní àyìnkẹ́ at the end of the day 5,000 naira lọ fún wọn ṣe sí àyẹn. Ó dẹ̀ sáyìn kẹ́lí pàtì ọmọ ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sí ọkọ̀ àwọn pé mo jẹ́ ọmọ tí obìnrin bí mo já lára obìnrin. Owó láti wọ̀ enforce láti kó 20,000 lẹ́fún kọ́fí tó dùn àyẹn. Ìjọ àwọn ìyá yẹn agbọ́ láti enlight wọn dáadáa. Àwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà yẹn ẹja enlight wọn. Wọ́n ti pín wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n gidi gan kọ́kọ́rẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. I think we will leave the broadcast this evening. Ẹ má bínú àní lè gbé ìpè kankan mọ́. And I'm going to now read the last part of it again, which is the statement. This statement about paste sínú group and the message. This is the official statement. We've also come out on the video to tell the world, to tell Nigerians, to tell the sons and daughters of Yorubas, we are in full support of Professor Banji Akintoye of Ilanomo Odua. We will work with him, and likewise all the other elders and those that are working tirelessly, whether we name them or not. We also like to say kudos to our father, Iba Gani Adams. We're not taking any more calls, and I would like to say I'm very sorry if you can't get through today. You would definitely get through at some point during some other programs. Emma Binu, we won't take any more calls. So let me turn off the the internet so that I can finish this broadcast properly. The time is now exactly 2100 hours. The message that we're about to read out will be posted across the media, circulate it. This is what took place today, and this is the statement again. We would like to tell the international communities and every Nigerian that this morning, 1st of April 2021, a letter was sent via DHL to Chief Sunday Igboho, but the letter was not received by security operatives. Later, around 3 p.m. of same day, a team of about 6 men without uniform arrived in a Corolla car, and another 9 were in police uniform but were identified as police officers. They wanted to see Chief Sunday Igboho with a letter said to have been addressed to him by the Inspector General of Police. Again, the letter was not received by Chief Sunday's security team. Chief Sunday would like to know why a letter was sent to him and for what purpose. If the IG of the police wants to invite him, we would like him to first send same letter to all the bandits and Boko Haram killing our mothers and farmers and those killing them. Since the IG of police wants to invite Chief Sunday Igboho, he should make a public statement addressed to Chief Sunday Igboho. We should all remember how letters has been sent to previous Yoruba sons like the late Delegiwa. I can also say that 2 weeks ago, Delegiwa would have been 73 years old if he was alive. But we know he was never given that opportunity to stay alive till 73 years old when he was killed by a mail bomb that was sent to him in 1986, October 19 precisely. The statement that I've just read out is on behalf of Chief Sunday Igboho. My name is Olayomi Koiki, the spokesman. A very good evening to those of you that have joined us today. And the message remains, what is the purpose of that letter? Who authorized a letter to be sent to Chief Sunday Igboho's residence today, the 1st of April 2021? Have a very good evening and enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye for now.